is your moment. Don't tell me how bad you want it. Prove to yourself how bad you want it. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let nothing get in your way. Every day you wake up, every day you breathe, you should be improving yourself. You should be taking steps to reach your destiny. Don't let nothing stop you. It's your moment. It's your time. How bad do you want it?
Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's your man Mike Bowens coming to you once again live and direct from Unleashing the Creativity Within You. This message is entitled, Your Choices Affect Your Children. Ooh, that's a bomb going off. Boom! Your choices affect your children. I want you to take time to just really think about this, especially those of you who have children. You must think long term. You must think generational. We serve a God who thinks generational. He was thinking Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, right? Going all the way to all the children of the earth. This is what he was thinking. He wasn't just thinking, okay, just you, Abraham. No, he was thinking Abraham, his offspring, his offspring's offspring. And I want to tell you something. The choices that you make will affect your offspring, will affect your seed. And this is in every aspect of life. If you're the head of household, the foods that you buy and cook in the house, it affects everyone in the house, whether you realize it or not. If you constantly buy junk food, then it's no wonder why your kids are have different rashes and eczema and things of this nature. Now, I'm not calling you a bad person. I'm saying when you have more knowledge, you're able to apply it to your life, right? So don't take offense to this. But when you're able to put the proper foods and the proper juices, not the ones with the coloring, with the Hawaiian punch and stuff like that, the red coloring in the drink in your refrigerator or your pantry, and your kids are drinking that, then it causes them to act a certain way and act erratic because they're drinking these things with these chemicals that's going into their body that's causing them to act that way, right? So when you're able to have the knowledge and really apply it to your life, it affects your children. When you're able to have knowledge of God and understand that with God all things are possible, you're not limited in the way you live, you're not limited in your circumstance, you're not limited to a neighborhood, you're not limited to an area, you're not limited to a region, that you can come up from your circumstances. Your children feed off of that, and they too believe in God, that they're able to accomplish those great and mighty things as well. You know, our kids see us doing these things every day. My daughter, she's amazing in gymnastics, so we got her signed up and we getting ready to launch her into that. But it's something that she's been amazing at for a long time. But her confidence is not lacking because she sees her parents constantly putting their faith and their trust in God, so it rubs off on her without us even have to necessarily tell her that she can do it. She just sees us going after our goals and our dreams. Then she says, you know what, I want to do the same thing. My son, the boy's smart, right, is in the process of creating apps. And he's only 9 years old. He's in the process of creating apps. And so, and my other daughter, she has special needs, but guess what? She's a worshiper. And she can play the bongo. She can hear something and play it. No training. It's a God-given gift. But the thing that I'm trying to say is, because we take the time out to go after our goals, to go after our dreams, to go after God, and living not only at church but at home, it bleeds into our children, right? It bleeds into our children. And so you want to be a person who leaves an inheritance to their children's children. That's Bible. So what is that? You know, oftentimes I know people that die and they leave their kids debt, or they leave them bills. You know, what about leaving them some property? What about leaving them some assets? What about leaving them the knowledge of God? What about leaving them things that's going to push them to a higher level in life, that your bloodline can go higher than what you were in the past? Each generation should go higher and higher and higher. We should not start off at the same level that our parents started off. You understand what I'm saying? As a parent, I should reach whatever level God allows me to reach, and my children should start off higher than where I left off, so that they can go even further, and then their children can go further, right? That's our duty as a parent. Our duty as a parent is to instill in our children the work ethic and the ability to trust in God with all their hearts, mind, soul, and strength, right? And your choices affect your children. You're a single woman, you can't be going out. I ain't gonna say you can't, because you do whatever you want to, you grown. But if it was me, I wouldn't be going out with a bunch of different guys, introducing them to my kids. Nah, because then my kids are seeing all these different dudes coming in the house, and they confused, they mess up in the game. Who's daddy? Where's my dad? And so subconsciously, they will grow up having different guys coming in and out their lives, and it'll be normal for them. What it is that you want to create a standard in your household, a standard of how you should live, a standard of your daily activities, so that your kids subconsciously drain this in, right? They take this in, and then they'll begin to follow that pattern, right? And so that's why many households are messed up, or people grow up mentally challenged because of what they saw growing up. If you stand back, if you research and look at people who are adults now and who are having relationship issues or emotional issues or financial issues, whatever, it's because of what happened to them way back in their childhood. And if you can get into their childhood and figure out what was that problem and help rectify it, then it will affect them in their present situation into their future situation. But oftentimes we deal with what we see. We deal with the fruit of the situation. We're not dealing with the root of the problem when we talk to people. And so you have women that, hey, she's with one guy, have a child, things don't work out. She meets another guy, he says he loves her, they're together, have another child, they separate, gets with another guy. You see the pattern? But what happened? You can't look at her and be like, oh, she's just a no down, dirty dog. No. She's not. It's because something has happened in her past that have caused her to act like this. Maybe her father left her when she was younger. She had a good relationship with him, and he left her. And it left a scar within her, and now she looks for love in all the wrong places, and she never had a chance to heal, right? And she meets guys who reminds her of her dad, searching for that love. But because she never healed and she never got that love, she keeps looking for it in the wrong places, in the wrong men, and it's a cycle that continues. So she will have children, and those men will be in their lives for a little while, and then they leave. And then those kids, unless they get healed, right, through scriptures, to understand the knowledge of God, who Jesus is, and counseling, through prayer, through worship, then guess what? Those cycles will continue, right? Until someone puts a stop to it and says, you know, I'm not going to live like this. I'm not going to live like this anymore, because my choices affect my children. Likewise, a dad. I know many guys, right? I counsel many guys, and they're not around their kids. Not whatsoever. They don't send no child support. They're not around them. They're just like, whatever, I don't care. And when you really talk to them, they're like, you know what? My father wasn't there for me, and I'm alright, so I got to be there for them. I didn't even like their mom. I didn't even care nothing about her. You know, she just was a side piece. And you know, it is what it is. We did what we did, and the child came. But what I try to explain to them is that child does not understand that. That child is like, where's my daddy? I want to see my daddy. And if you're not the type of person who can see that your absence is affecting them, then you're missing it. You need to be healed. Because once you are healed, then you say, you know what, regardless if me and the baby's mother are together or not, I'm going to still be there for my child, because that's my seed. That's my offspring. And I want to have a relationship with this child, right? Because I want them to be better than me. See, that's the mindset. We got to want our children to be better than us. Now, if they do or not largely depends on what we set up for them, what we instill in them, and what we teach them, not only by words, but by our actions, by our deeds. And if you want to be the type of person who leaves an inheritance for your children's children, if you want to be the type of person that creates a legacy within your bloodline, then you got to understand that your choices will always affect your children, now, in the present, and in the future. This is your man, Mike Bowens. I hope this message encouraged somebody out there to think on the Word of God and live in such a way that it will affect your children for generation after generation after generation. Be blessed.